After 14 years of Conservative government, antisocial behaviour has become far too common. Last year, 36% of people reported experiencing antisocial behaviour. Police powers to tackle criminal behaviour have been consistently weakened. Our communities have been left exposed, and we've heard many powerful examples of that from members across the House today. And that's why the measures in this bill are so badly needed. Shoplifting, casual drug taking, reckless driving and neighbourhood intimidation. These may not seem overly significant on their own, but when committed persistently, these low-level acts of social behaviour make our communities that one bit less safe, one crime at a time. Speaking to residents on the doors in Jennetts Park in Great Hollands recently, I heard how a spate of car thefts were making people lose sleep at night. Bracknell Forest is an incredible place to live, with a comparatively low crime rate. But whether it's drug taking in our underpasses, motorised bikes being driven around our footpaths, or shoplifting targeting our shops, our community is feeling the effects of the Tories' weak response to crime and antisocial behaviour. Last year, shoplifting in Bracknell and Wokingham went up 46%. That's not just in the town centre, but across Bracknell Forest, including in Sandhurst, where one local convenience store has been repeatedly targeted and their staff threatened. And I've seen it myself, sitting in a cafe of a local supermarket with the manager and watching as a shoplifter walks out of the shop, known to the staff, but with very little they can do to stop the frequent thefts. I want to thank Thames Valley Police for the work that they're doing to tackle this endemic shoplifting, and I'm pleased to say the precipitous rise is now slowing down. But the police need the right powers in place if they're to get to grips with the problem. That's why it's so welcome that the Crime and Policing Bill will introduce tough new respect orders to ban repeat offenders from antisocial hotspots. We're introducing a new criminal offence to protect retail workers from abuse, thanks to the fantastic campaigning by the Co-op Party and Usdaw Union. And this bill will scrap the Tory shoplifters' charter, which meant that under the previous government, anyone caught shoplifting goods below £200 could escape prosecution. Many of my constituents are also concerned about the increasing numbers of casual drug users on our streets. In September, a mother wrote to me with concerns about brazen drug dealing going on near the town centre and the impacts it has on vulnerable groups in the area. I've also heard concerns from local parents that drug dealers are targeting young people as they leave school. That's why it's so important that the Crime and Policing Bill will introduce new police powers to make drug testing suspects on arrest easier and respect orders to allow police to crack down on those repeat offenders frequenting the same spots. These new powers are an important step in delivering Labour's Safer Streets mission. I will.
The honourable gentleman to give away, and he's doing a great job explaining some of the new powers that this bill will give to our police. When I speak to police in my area, they find it frankly absurd that it's taken until now to be given such powers. Would he agree with me that the measures that are in this bill today are such common sense that no reasonable party in this House should vote against them?
Yeah. Absolutely, and you know, it would be great to see more members from across the House here to support them. Indeed, the powers that this bill brings in are really welcome, but we've also seen under the previous government a fall in the powers that already existed being used. So in 2010, Thames Valley Police issued over 6,000 antisocial behaviour notices, PNDs, but in 2023 they only issued 412, a 93% decrease in the use of those powers. So as I say, these new powers in this bill are an important step in delivering Labour's Safer Streets mission. But as well as giving police the right powers to crack down on antisocial behaviour, as my honourable friend mentions, we also need to give them the right resources. That's why it's so important that this government has increased police funding by over £1 billion. And Thames Valley Police's budget has been increased by 6.6%. Our Safer Streets mission will see 13,000 additional police officers on Britain's streets, along with a named contactable officer in each community. That will help people feel safe in their communities again. The Tories introduced chaos into our streets and our communities, and Labour will do the hard work needed to bring back order and security.